Hi, welcome to the Boca Voice and Fact or Fiction Friday. I'm here today with one of the owners of Ouzo Bay in Mizner Park with Derek Morrell. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us a little bit about Ouzo Bay and what brought you into Boca Raton.
Well, Ouzo Bay, if you haven't been yet, it's a Mediterranean Greek restaurant here in Mizner Park. We just opened up about 2 months ago. We focus on fresh seafood that we fly in fresh daily from all over the world. We also locally source it here as well. The cuts of meat are fantastic. Service is great. Ambiance is one of the best in the Boca area. So we're really excited to be here.
Don't forget the lamb chops. Those lamb chops
the lamb
are some of
chops
the best I've ever had.
They are.
And they are just absolutely incredible.
Yeah, thank you, appreciate that.
So what made you choose Boca Raton?
Boca Raton, well, I actually was born in Fort Lauderdale. And raised in Annapolis, Maryland. One of the few. So I say it's just I'm coming home, really. I've been here in the area now for 2.5 years. Just recently purchased a home in Fort Lauderdale, actually. My two business partners, their family has a place in Delray, so we're very familiar with the Boca area, and it was where we first wanted to step out of our market in Baltimore, Maryland, where the other restaurants are located, and just thought it'd be a great fit for the area. So
that's great.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about what made you choose Mizner Park when you looked at Boca Raton. What made you choose the Mizner Park area?
The sheer beauty of Mizner Park. I mean, I think it's one of the best facilities that I've seen in the country that I've traveled around. I mean, between the royal palms and the manicured grass, it's phenomenal. The restaurants that are already there, they're staples. They're fantastic. We're really happy to be a part of that group. And the shopping, I mean, you can't beat the whole facility.
Now, you didn't think twice about jumping right into the deep end in Boca when you got into the area. I noticed that you got right involved with the George Snow Foundation.
Absolutely.
And you're going to be involved with the Boca Ballroom Battle. So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it was a must. The way that I've been raised, my family has always been involved in the community. My mother has dedicated her entire life to community service. She's started numerous nonprofit organizations. We have a family foundation that basically focuses on children's education and safety in not only the United States but around the world. So it was a no-brainer when I was approached, to do the Boca Ballroom Battle with the George Snow Foundation that I had to do it. So.
So you started your group classes.
Yeah, and I am not a good dancer, but that's okay. We're going to work through it. I'm excited to get with the pro they tell me I'm going to be dancing with, and we'll keep going.
How's the fundraising going?
So the fundraising is just getting started. We have an event, actually a kickoff party at Ouzo Bay next Wednesday, and hopefully we'll raise some funds there. But to be perfectly honest with you, the last 2 months have been focused on the restaurant. Now that things are going well, I'm going to be able to focus more energy and attention on the fundraising and dancing as well, because I absolutely need that.
Any idea on what the dance is going to be yet?
No, not yet. They tell me as soon as I get paired with the pro, that's where they give me my song and dance, and I'm excited to learn some dance moves, because like I said, I don't have any.
Well, that's great. Well, getting back to the restaurant a little bit, tell us a little bit about Ouzo Bay and the concept. And I know this isn't your only concept, and are there going to be more plans for any expansion in other restaurants in Boca?
There are plans. So I have my business partners and the founder and CEO of what we call the Atlas Restaurant Group, Alex Smith. He founded it all actually with a deli about 8 years ago, and he started a Ouzo Bay up in Baltimore in Harbor East. It's approaching 6 years now.
One of my favorite restaurants in Baltimore, by the way.
All right, I mean, absolutely fantastic. He brought his brother on board, so it's a pair of brothers that are young.
And that's Eric, right?
And Eric, yeah, Eric Smith. They're dedicated to the business. They know, if you bring in the highest quality product and the best people, you're just going to get, the end result's going to be fantastic. So it's been a pleasure working with them so far. Can't wait to continue to grow with them in the future. And they plan on growing all over the United States, taking their multiple concepts. I think they're currently in Texas, actually, looking at some property. So, and that'll be for other Ouzo Bays. Here in Florida, we're looking to bring another concept of theirs down to Mizner Park, actually. It's called Lock Bar, and it's a Maryland-style seafood house, raw bar.
Now that's the Four Seasons up there.
It's in the Four Seasons Hotel in Baltimore.
Wow, that's an incredible concept. I love that concept as
It
well.
is, and it's a fun place.
They have like 100 whiskeys up there, don't they?
Actually, the list is approaching 500.
Oh my God!
Yeah, about 400, just over 450 right now. Local beers, craft cocktails, live music 7 days a week. I mean, the place is
And where's that going to
fantastic.
go?
We're currently looking at the spaces just right across from Rax, where Max is, right in the
Where
center.
the old Gigi's was?
Correct.
Oh, that's going to be a phenomenal location.
Yeah, we hope so.
That's going to be great.
Yeah.
So you guys are expanding leaps and bounds. You're supporting local Boca Raton. That's great. I'm really pleased to have you. And you got right into the deep end into our philanthropy here in Boca Raton, supporting the George Snow Foundation. I can't thank you enough, Derek, for getting involved in the community and supporting Boca Raton. We appreciate you having you and joining us here on the Boca Voice. Thank you so much, and thank you for joining the community.
Of course. Looking forward to being in the community for a long time.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Thank you for joining us on the Boca Voice. We look forward to seeing you next week on Fact or Fiction Friday. And don't miss out. Lorianne will actually be in Ouzo Bay next week doing a segment for Ouzo Bay on What's Cooking Boca. So we'll look forward to seeing Lorianne next week on What's Cooking Boca. So stay tuned. Look forward to seeing you next week.